we have a very special guest with us here, which we're doing the podcast live, as always. Live, coming at you live. If you're listening to it, it's live. Mr. Aidan Jones, how are you doing, mate?
G'day, Kings. I'm good. How are you?
Hilarious stand-up comedian and podcaster. Now, you have some very funny shit on the interwebs.
I've got some big steaming turds of funny out there.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I was talking to you on Instagram because I'd sort of gone down this comedy rabbit hole of just, you watch someone's clip and then it gives you someone else's, and I came across your stepdad bit on
Yeah,
YouTube.
sure.
Yeah.
Man, that I put that online. It's actually sick that you found that, because I put that online last year during the first lockdown when I was going through a big, obviously couldn't do stand-up, which is I've been doing it for 10 years, and that was the first time in 10 years that I had gone longer than like a week without doing it. So I went through this whole thing of like, I'm going to get all my stuff online. I'm going to do thumbnails. It's going to be sick. And like, it was not very successful. It's incredible that a year later, someone has been like, hey, man, do you want to come on my podcast?
Yeah.
To talk about music you don't like?
Yeah. It's always the way. It's like you hit someone up and just be like, do you want to do it? And they're like, wait, do I hate the song? Or we've had people on before.
Do I want to do it? Can't. I'll talk to anyone. I don't give a fuck if you just want to chat. The listeners is a bonus at this point.
We can just talk about animals
and the facts
I don't care,
about them.
Man.
Yeah. It is that we've had people on before that thought that we were going to talk about songs that they really like and that were important to them, and they didn't realize what they were in for until about 15 minutes in, and then they went, "Oh, I've made a terrible mistake."
I get it.
Yeah, great.
It's gone like we did a live by Pearl Jam. With Marjay Saba, who's a radio DJ in the Illawarra, and
cool.
It's like it was a really important song to him.
And you're just there like, this is shit.
Straight
this
up,
is
it's just like, what? Does Eddie Venom want to fuck his mum or something? Does he? And it's just like, he's just like, oh, you've taken a song that was really important to me, and just poured shit all over it for an hour, and now what do I do?
He came back though. He came back again later.
He came back on again.
He came back?
Yeah,
because he probably wants to do it right. Because he's like, well, I did the thing wrong. People think I'm an idiot.
Whoops. Yeah. He's like, let me know when you're going to do like a Nickelback song or something.
Yeah, sick.
Like, okay, no worries.
So,
all right,
Aidan, what's your podcast called?
My podcast is called Sitting Under a Tree.
Okay. Do you do it sitting under a tree?
No, so it came from the first time I did it. I live in Melbourne, and I went to Sydney to see a girl, and when I was at the airport, it was like 2016, when I was at the airport, she was like, hey, just so you know, I just like started seeing someone, so we're not going to be able to bang. And I was like, oof. But I was already at the airport, so I went anyway, and I had the worst time for like 2 days, and had no one to talk to. So I just the last day I stayed at a hostel, and I recorded my thoughts into my phone in like the park, and then that was kind of how my person. Yeah, that was how it started. So I was sitting under a tree. It's just me talking about how I feel, telling stories every week, trying to make myself laugh.
Well, yeah, I
like that.
I think it's good as well, because it kind of gives you the insight of it's the reality of living like a stand-up comedian today.
Like a fucking loser. Just in my room by myself, talking about my feelings. It's pretty glamorous stuff.
Yeah. All right, well, let's we've got some, not just mighty, but mighty times 2 Bosstones to get into. So here we go.
So many Bosstones.
The first verse. Have you ever been close to tragedy or been close to folks who have? Have you ever felt pain so powerful, so heavy, you collapse? No? Well, yeah.
Dicky Barret, man, the gravel voice.
There he is. I like that on Genius Lyrics that he's put like fucking 500 eyes like into the
Genius Lyrics did a real rebrand, didn't they? It used to be just rap lyrics, and now they're trying to find meaning in every lyric, you know?
We use Genius as a default, and no one spoke about it. We all just did.
Yeah, it used to be Rap Genius, and now it's just Genius. It's like, stay in your lane, I reckon.
It's regular Genius.
Why are there so many white people on this website?
Yeah. Used to be for fucking street
white people
kids.
appropriate everything.
Yeah,
exactly, man. It's a clear business-faced rebrand. We're just going to be like about all music.
It's like always catering to the whites.
I bet they got bought out by some rich fucking white cunts.
Probably.
Yeah.
Rich
like
white
they all
genius.
do.
Yeah.
This whole thing of like, have you ever been close to tragedy, or close to folks that have? For some reason, in my sick mind, I instantly, it was like, just like almost like a premonition, and I hope it doesn't happen. But this is what I got. I was thinking, I'm in the line at the movies, waiting to buy tickets. And then there's like a family standing in front of me, right? So you got the mum, and kids, and the dad's there as well.
Yeah.
But then the mum just fucking drops dead on the floor in front of me instantly. Aneurysm, blood clot, dead.
You've got to run the
like,
family. Yeah.
Holy fucking shit. I'm very close to tragedy. And then a man just runs in from somewhere else and beats the kids to death in front of me. And now I'm like, fuck, it's really close to tragedy. This is so tragic.
Oh man, this is fucked. Well, I guess that
I'll have 2 to Schindler's List, please.
If they've
You've really taken the close
at
literal meaning there, haven't you? It's not like close, like emotionally close. It's like, no, like how many meters personal. Have you been away from someone, you know, getting stabbed for no reason?
Imagine that. A dude beat the kids to death.
Yeah.
Right in front of me.
0.3 meters away.
Yeah.
Do you get their popcorn chips?
I was socially distanced.
Like, why are you saying Schindler's List then? Came out in 1993.
You're seeing a rerun of Schindler's List.
It's a dream. You can't tell me my dream's not real.
The kids are going to watch Schindler's List.
Yeah.
Yeah, the adults are going to watch Schindler's Fist.
It's also really funny in this verse to be like, have you ever been close to tragedy or close to folks who have? Fuck, that's deep. Have you ever felt the pain so powerful so you can collapse? Yeah, I think I have. And then it's like, no.
Wait, no, yes.
Yeah.
I said yes.
You're really not listening to me, Dicky, when I talk to you. You know,
he's like,
he just wants it to be about himself. It's a selfish, you know, when you talk to someone and they're like, "Well, have you ever been to that shop before?" Anyway, I went there, and you're like, "Why did you ask me when you just wanted to tell your fucking story?"
Was there a question in there?
Yeah. It's just rhetorical, you know.
Yeah,
it's just
apparently.
Own your sentence. Don't start with a question. Just say, "I've never been close to tragedy, and I've never been close to folks who have." You don't know about my life, cunt.
Exactly right.
You want to fight?
Exactly right.
I've never even thought of that. The fact that he's just asked you 2 heavy fucking questions.
Yeah.
No.
And then he's like, no. And it's like, this is a best-selling single. Millions of people have heard this song. Are you saying none of them have had anything bad ever happen to them?
Ever. It doesn't
He's
happen.
really belittling people's struggles, if anything.
This guy lives in a Disney world.
Yeah, it's pathetic.
Yeah. Sunshine and lollipops for old Dicky, apparently.
And it's so fitting that he's screaming after that, because it's like, if you did try to talk after it, he's like, no, and you're like, actually, yes.
Yes.
Actually, you put me off. It's a yes, and he's like, no, yes.
He's just talking over the top of you.
All right.
I'm not listening.
Yeah. Complete disregard for the person he's speaking to.
Yeah, I'm trying to tell you.
Have you ever felt the pain so powerful? Well, actually, yes. I have never spoken to anyone about this before, but this one time.
Oh, Dicky,
yeah, I feel like I'm ready to really speak on this powerful. No! God.
Ruthless. Yeah. All right, the chorus. It goes, never had to knock on wood, but I knew someone who has, which makes me wonder if I could. It makes me wonder if I've never had to knock on wood, and I'm glad I haven't yet, because I'm sure it isn't good. That's the impression that I get.
I just did a bit of like a half-hour prep before this to see if I could think of any cool shit to talk about with this song.
Yeah.
And I went on some old forum, which, by the way, this is a forum. There were posts from 2002. Did the internet even exist in fucking 2002? It's insane, right? But anyway,
running wheel to power it.
They were saying I grew up with this song and I always heard it as never had to knock on wood. I realised there should be a comma there. It should be I've never had to knock on wood.
I'm glad you brought that up because I was gonna talk about that. Yeah,
isn't that crazy? And I just never, I mean, everyone's fucking heard this song.
Shit,
yeah,
it makes complete sense now.
I've never had to knock on wood.
Is that an Oxford comma? Better, or
no, it's not an Oxford comma. But I will
never
defend
had
the Oxford
to
comma
knock
until the
comma.
day I die.
Right. Okay. Just hey, I want to make sure the grammar's right.
Yeah, the difference between
so
I've never had to do the act of knocking on wood compared to I've never had to do all those things like be close to tragedy, but knock on wood, hopefully.
Yeah, it really makes the song make a lot more sense.
It really, it would have been so easy to put one in.
Because well, I mean, I don't know if you can sing a comma.
Yeah, never had to come and knock on wood.
Come and knock on wood.
Or even just never had to pause, knock on wood.
Never had to.
He probably didn't pause because he knows if he pauses, the person he's talking to is going to start talking again, and he wants to take the floor. So
he's not letting up at all. There's no time for breaths. If I take a breath, I'll hear some sad story. The whole thing sounds very cocky, like this whole thing of I'm sweet, but like my mate, shit, my mate's got shit luck. Like he's lost his job, his wife, his house. Fucking
I'm here singing a song. I'm all good.
Yeah. It doesn't hey, not me, but it doesn't look good.
Doesn't look my name's Dicky and somehow I'm doing all right.
Yeah. Yeah.
I love how he says it's the impression that he gets.
Yeah.
Like if someone's going
tragedy
through
is bad.
Like you can't think of a nice tragedy, really. Like it's just tragic. Someone
that doesn't seem good, in my opinion.
Yeah.
I've been given the impression that what happened to Jeremy last week. What happened to Jeremy? Well, he got run over by a bus. Dick first ran straight over his dick, and then the rest of his body. It was tragic, and I just got the impression that it wasn't good.
I don't think his family's going to be enjoying that. Just my first impression.
Yeah.
Just what a dog shit first. He's like a rubbernecker driving past a crash, going like, "Oof, looks rough."
Oh no one's surviving that one.
Would ya? Hey kids.
Oh look, dead body over there. Looks like his eyes have been pecked out by a seagull.
I
get the impression that was not good.
That's not good. Should we go get hot chips?
Maybe we can lure the seagulls away from that dead body.
We have to do our part.
We'll see if we can get him to leave the body alone.
All right, the second verse. The second verse goes, have you ever felt the odds stacked up so high you need a strength most don't possess? Or has it ever come down to do or die? You've got to rise above the rest? No? Well...
I have felt the odds stacked up high. Let me tell you. Thanks for asking. Let me tell you.
He's up to his old tricks again.
Old Dicky, he doesn't even want to hear about my casino stories. I've beaten some odds, mate. Let me tell you.
So I was hanging off a cliff. My fingers were getting weaker and weaker by the second. My pinky fell off. My ring finger fell off. My middle finger fell off. And he's like, It's like, it's fucking do or die story. You don't want to hear how it ends? No.
Not interested.
I reckon there's another hidden comma in here. Have you ever felt the odds stacked up, comma, so high.
So high.
Let down by the no Dicky pause.
Yeah. Wasted opportunity. All right, he smashes another chorus out. Gets to the bridge. The bridge is, I'm not a coward. I've just never been tested. I'd like to think that if I was, I would pass. Look at the tested and think, there, but for the grace, go, I might be a coward. I'm afraid of what I might find out. There, but for the grace, go, I.
You never heard that?
Nah.
Like there before the grace of God. Like look at the people who have been tested and think there before the grace of God, go I.
Nah.
That's
Nah?
Yoda, something
Or maybe
Yoda.
someone's tried to tell me, and I normally go, ah!
Yeah, I normally look at the tested and start singing in their faces.
This sounds like they're going to preach to me.
Like, you know how when you get a COVID test and they shove something into your nose to test if you've got COVID, is it something similar to be tested to be if you're a coward or not?
Yeah. There, but for the test, go up your nose.
Yeah, they stick it in your urethra and rummage around a little.
And that's the test.
They just swab the ball sack. They swab the ball sack.
Like,
yeah. If you let them do it, then they're like, good for you, buddy.
You're not a coward.
Little soldier.
You're not a coward. Like,
let me print you off your certificate. You can leave this on your car facing upwards.
I got a stick shoved up my urethra.
Yeah, you're not a coward, but you have just let me, put a stick in your dick.
You can say you've been molested.
You got to live with that.
And there's no test they run with it afterwards. They just put it up there and then they pull it out and go, okay, yeah, well, and they're like, oh, so what's...
You just see him. You see him just chuck it in the bin. You're like, wait, what are you doing with that?
He goes behind the screen and he's like, yeah, let me do it. Yeah, that's fucked, hey.
They're like, oh, thank you,
we got another one.
Oh, I'm not a doctor.
So he wasn't scared at all? No, definitely was not a coward. Was not a coward.
The car behind that thinks they're getting the COVID test, and they just see your dick out the window and someone shoving a stick in it. They're just like, beep, reversing out like a Die Hard movie.
Yeah, there goes another coward, John.
Wait, did anyone get the license plate? Coward. Mark it down.
And he says, I'd like to think that if I was, I would pass. So he's going, all right, I'm not a coward. If I ever had to get that thing shoved up my dick, I'd do it.
Yeah, I'd do it. I'd be fine.
Yeah. And like his mates just like, all right, let me shove something up your dick now. And he's like, oh, no, man, you're not a professional, are you?
Yeah. And he's like, well, you've just failed the test. Yeah. There, right there.
Right there.
Yeah, but
so
for the grace goes this
pass,
stick.
You didn't. Yeah, it is one of those like, okay, mate, you just keep telling yourself that, all right? You know, I'm sure you would pass. All right, good one.
Yeah,
all right,
yeah.
Dicky. Yeah, you'd pass. Good stuff. That's it. They just smash out choruses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Lyrics are done. All right.
Classic.
It is. All right. That was good fun. Here we go.
This is hot. This podcast is sponsored by Ghetto Bird Studio. Do you write music? Do you want people to hear it? Do you want your music to sound less shit than it does right now? If you answered yes to these questions, then you should record your music at Ghetto Bird Studio. We record all types of music: rap, rock, hip-hop, jazz fusion, metal, electro, even country. We can't promise that your music won't be shit, but we can promise to make it sound less shit. Here's a before and after.
Grab my body and spank my ass. Grab my body and spank my ass.
Contact us now at ghettobirdstudio.com.au.
Tell these haters. Non-stop music.
It's written by Dicky Barret and Joe Glitterman. Tell
Joe
me, Joe
Gittleman.
What's
Joe
his
Gittleman.
name, Maiden?
Joe Gittleman, the bass fiddleman.
It is. Joe
That's what they call him.
The
That's what they call him.
fiddleman.
They have a song. They have a song on their live album where Dicky Barrett's like, "We'll do this. We'll play Dr. D if you can scream loud enough to impress Joe Gittleman, the bass fiddleman," and the whole crowd goes, "Ah!" because that's how the song starts.
That's every song that they've got.
Yeah, every song is really the scream. Absolutely.
Look, my nickname is Chibs. I don't even know what it means. But if I had to choose my own nickname, I wouldn't put the word fiddle in it.
Yeah. Yeah, Joe Gittleman, the kid Diddleman.
Yeah, like you're asking for trouble.
Yeah, yeah.
So, you know me, the bass fiddleman. Like, you what? What did you do?
Yeah, I'm fiddling down low, you know?
Yeah.
Down low, like musically.
Yeah. And you go, wait, what are you doing with your fingers? What are you showing me?
It's like in the same way that you can't call your kid Adolf anymore. You can't use the word fiddle anymore because pedophiles appropriated it.
Yeah. Yeah, someone should take it back.
All the kids called Adolf, they're like, actually, it's pronounced Adolf, all right?
It's Adolf Fiddleman. Come on, mate. Call me Dolph for short. Dolph Fiddle.
Fuck, like that character in The Simpsons, Dolph, Jimbo, and Kearney. Maybe his name was Adolf.
Maybe it was.
The bully.
I think you've just cracked some sort of QAnon fucking Nazi child
conspiracy
smuggling ring
vibes there, yeah. And he had that weird hair, you know? Hitler had weird hair too.
It's like a Hitler Youth. It's like our own fucking Ryan Beveridge in Simpson form.
Yeah.
Have you got any more animal facts?
Do you know what Bevo's nickname is, Aiden?
What's Bevo's nickname?
American History Bev.
Oh,
I know a lot about American history
because he stomps people
because I know
on the gutter.
The Civil War, Obama, heaps.
All
one
the big
follows
facts.
the other, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah.
When we run out of animals to do, we'll do American facts. It'll be even better.
Boston Tea Party.
Boston tea parties. Boston.
Dan's just having the worst time ever. I've never seen someone have a worse time on a podcast. Dan's just sitting there like...
The more awkward someone gets, the more you got to double down on it.
I just lean into it at this point because you can't...
You know, to tear his own fucking face off.
And even though it's an audio-only podcast, I could just say nothing. For some reason, I just still feel the need to get out of the shot of the camera. I'm like, oh, no, I don't want any part of this.
I think I'm just I'm comfortable enough in myself that like you can call me that, and the real people know that I am a big fan of American history.
The problem is you got to remember that the internet has a lower and lower fucking IQ rate, so like people are idiots. We know that. The people that listen to this are idiots because they listen to this.
Oh, yeah.
Boston Tea Party. Mighty Bosstones Tea Party.
Mighty Bosstones Tea Party. There we go. Hey, now we're cooking. Now we're cooking.
Okay, let's get out of the awkward territory because Dan Southern's not feeling too good about it. Fun fact about the Mighty Bosstones: they love abortions.
Do they?
Yeah, big fans of the abortion.
Oh, that's right. I did look this up as well.
Yeah. They're all about it. They want them. They want them. Everyone to have them. They want to make sure you're safe
that was
when
the
you're
title
having
of
them.
their third album.
Yeah, they're all about
You
it.
have to get an abortion.
Yeah.
If you want one, that's in the brackets.
If you want one.
Yeah, in brackets. If you want, if you want one.
Yeah. Legal got involved.
I've never had to have one myself.
So the reason I came to that conclusion that a year before the release of the album that had this song on it,
Let's face it.
Yeah, let's face it. It's a fucking classic Scar album. You've got this song appeared. They gave it out a year before that album came out to Safe and Sound, a benefit in response to the Brookline Clinic violence. Now, what is the Brookline Clinic violence? Hilarious story. It is about abortion nurses being murdered.
Yep, everyone's just steering right away from that one.
When's the funny
You
bit?
always get me with that. You're like, hilarious story. And then you say the worst thing possible. And I feel like there's more coming.
It's for my own amusement.
Yeah,
only.
I thought you were like going to follow the story up or something.
Oh, full stop. Sorry, I forgot the punctuation.
Yeah, you forgot to sing the
I did the old Dicky Barret.
Turns out they were dressed up as clowns.
Apparently there was a whole thing going on in the early to mid 90s where during like these people protesting at abortion clinics, and these fucking psychos like killed like 2 or 3 nurses that worked at abortion clinics.
Yeah, Bill Hicks used to have a bit about that, about like pro-life people killing people.
Yeah,
yeah, it's
hypocritical.
It's irony at a base level. That was
it is 100%. That
pro-life people killing people.
Yeah. Well, so they did a benefit for it, and the Mighty Mighty Bosstones let the benefit album have this song a year before it came out on their own album. So
yeah, which is cool.
Good on them. I say.
And it was like I looked up the album. I did my fucking research. I looked up the album, and it was like a snapshot of like Boston bands at that point before like like new wave, like fucking rap rock and stuff like kind of came in, because it was what 90. Well, that was 7. The album came out.
Yeah. Yep.
So that was like 96.
Yep.
So it was just before all that Limp Bizkit and Linkin Park and all that
started coming about. That's right.
Yeah.
The song is it's on one of your favorite movies, Bevo.
Tony Hawk's Pro Skater, is that?
No. Digimon the movie.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
That's
I know you love your Digimons. You've still got one, don't you?
I've definitely seen it. No, my mate Brezzo keeps trying to talk me into getting one, and I'm like, I already have enough responsibility in my life to like.
Anyone called Brezzo is always going to try and convince you to buy
Brezzo
Digimon.
is trying to talk you into getting a Digimon.
Like, how often does he message you about it?
Has that conversation been going for like 20
I found a good
years?
price on a Digimon.
No, they've come back. They're back.
No, they're not back.
They're fucking back, mate.
Okay, all right.
They're back for Brezzo.
Yeah, apparently. Brezzo's saying they're back. I think he's trying to hype it.
Brezzo told me, man.
Brezzo's like, dude, there's heaps of chicks playing Digimon now, man. I'm telling you.
Brezzo is plugged into this Digimon movement, mate. He's ahead of it. So always the interesting factor with the Mighty Mighty Bosstones is one Ben Carr, who is the dancer.
The Mighty Mighty Boss Tone. He's the Boss Tone.
He is. So it was always that thing going like, but what does he actually fucking do? He must do something. Surely they can't pay him to do that. Apparently he does act as their tour manager. So he books their logistics and all that sort of stuff and everything. But he joined the band as a roadie, but because he was under 21, he couldn't get into the venues, so the band would just say, he's in the band.
Oh, that's sick.
And so basically to act so he could help them load their gear in and out, he just would go on stage and dance.
And just dance.
And he's like one of 3 out of the like 9 people in the band, original members.
He must have been think about someone who's I work removals as a day job.
Yeah.
21-year-olds are normally not that good at doing removals. Like, he must have been at least pretty built, do you know what I mean? At 21 or at under 21.
Also limber. Like, look at those dance moves.
Well, there you go.
Yeah.
Built and limber.
Yeah.
Big enough to lift a speaker rack, but still limber enough to just gank until midnight.
But I can break dance. Okay.
Yeah.
He's still going. He said, like, even though like the Bosstones only play about 10 gigs a year now, he has to like fully like strap his ankles and fucking knees and ice bars after and everything. Like,
awesome.
Yeah, just he fucks himself up so much, just fucking skanking away the entire set.
That's like what's his name from AC/DC still wearing his school uniform, and he's like 70 or whatever.
Yeah. He'll die in it. Yeah,
makes me think like that. You know, Slipknot has 2 percussionists.
That's a bit fiddly, isn't it?
Well, not anymore. They don't, mate.
No, they don't.
But like, I always imagine
-1. Remember they had 3, 2 now.
I always imagine they were like the first guys in the band, and that they can't get kicked out because they started it, or
really?
There's something important going on where it's like.
Well, one of them's the manager.
Yeah, well, there you go.
The clown dude is the manager.
Is he?
Yeah.
And what about Nailface? He's one of the percussionists,
drug dealer,
isn't he?
I would imagine.
Yeah,
or Mad Wristies.
Have you seen that Slipknot? There's like a Slipknot documentary.
Yeah.
The dude that does the keg beating,
the
guy that fucking beats the keg.
Yeah.
He talks more than all of them.
That's the manager.
That's what I'm saying. Is like they have to be
Oh,
more
man.
important than hitting a keg.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they'd be the
He's
first
right.
one.
I
He's
see what you're
Because that
saying.
makes more sense now that he's the
Yeah,
manager.
the
because
clown.
he was
The
so
clown
vocal.
is the brains behind the band.
He was so vocal in the documentary, and I remember just sitting there going like, "Shut this fucking
You
dude
hit a
up.
keg.
You hit a fucking keg." He's sitting there going like he's so like, you know, like, people talk about Slipknot and they say all these things, but they don't realize that there's so much talk about us because we are the best, and like to put Slipknot on this pedestal, like there really is no better metal band ever than what we are and what we're doing. We're the most unique. We're the
And it just
best.
cuts to him beating
I'm
the
like,
fuck out of a keg with a pole.
You hit a keg.
You hit a keg, mate.
You hit a fucking keg, yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, that makes a lot more sense.
You're in
He's up,
Slipknot?
man.
Yeah, I am. What do you do? You know that bit that goes doon 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 dunk?
Yeah.
That's me.
That was me.
This ring a bell?
That's
You know
me.
that catchy bit in the song? Dung! You know that bit? That's me.
Yeah.
Oh no,
It's
that
like
one
the
wasn't
guy-
me. That was my mate. But I
Like-
did the next one. Yeah.
Like the dude who does like mixes the Gatorade for the fucking footy team, going like, man, you know, the boys, like we all just got around, you know, I really led the team out today. It's just like, who are you?
Good one, mate. Fuck
It's like,
off.
yes, you literally led the team on the field because the water boy goes first. To make sure all the team gets their water when they're out.
Yeah, they have to have someone break that banner to make sure we don't make a fool of ourselves.
Yeah.
Apparently Dicky Barret works as the announcer for the Jimmy Kimmel live show now.
I only read that when I did my research as well.
How's
That's
that?
wild.
Jimmy Kimmel!
It's like, give it up for Jimmy Kimmel.
Yeah, how you doing tonight, Jimmy? Yeah, good on you, Jimmy. Yeah, no, good. Yeah, no, what? Like, doesn't let him get a word in. I'm surprised you haven't pulled this fact out yet. Do you know that their live album is called Live from the Middle East?
No, I didn't know that.
Because they play at a club called the Middle East Club in Boston. And that's like
Genius.
6 of their gigs every year. They do a run from Christmas to New Year's, I believe, at the Middle East Club in Boston. And it's like, man, when I was 20, that was like my dream to go to.
Go to that.
Yeah,
So-
go to
but
that. I mean,
you
I
ended
would
up
still
you
love
ended up
go.
going
It's
to the
been
Middle
so
East.
fun. I love the Bosstones. The reason I chose this song is because it's the only Bosstones song that anyone knows, and they don't know that the band fucking. They're like, oh yeah, the impression that I'm getting. I'm like, can't. They've got like fucking 11 albums. They've got a huge back catalogue. They're an incredible band.
Doing a
and everyone's
disservice.
just like, oh yeah, Tony Hawk Pro Skater.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're so sick.
Which Tony Hawk was this on? Tell me.
2, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, all right.
The Barret apparently portrays a prison inmate in an unreleased 1999 film called Big Helium Dog. Why was that unrelleased?
Oh yeah, BHD.
Is that one of those Clifford
Get
stories?
it out on Blu-ray. Big Helium Dog, hey?
Fuck, how do I get Big Helium
that
Dog?
should just be one of
What the
like,
fuck is
should
that up
be
in
an
the
insult. Like,
sky?
you know how in Australia, if someone's not acting very good, we'll call them a dog cunt. We should just start saying, "You fucking big helium dog
You
cunt."
Big Helium Dog.
So Dicky
I mean-
Barret was in this movie?
Yeah, he was meant to be a prison inmate in it. And what do you think it was about? Like, I don't know. I'm just
It's about this
speculation.
dog, right? This big dog.
Yeah.
But get this, there's helium involved.
Right. It's like
this. Why is he big? And you think
They
to yourself,
inflated him.
you think to yourself, eats a lot of chum.
But it's actually,
what's the dog
it's a
food?
metaphor for being inflated and having a big ego on yourself, you know? It's actually about all of us. We are all the big helium
We
dog
are.
in our worst moments.
Metaphorically, we're all big helium dogs.
we're all big
Yeah.
helium. You know, as
Just waiting to be popped.
Aristotle said.
And the helium that's filling us up and enlarging us metaphorically is our own
The friends we made along
It's
the way.
society's expectations of us.
expectations.
I really want it to just be a short film of a dog that goes up and bites a helium tank and then blows up and floats off into space.
And Dicky Barret just for some reason is like, I'm a prison guard.
He runs in. He's like, I escaped from prison. Oh, I'm Dicky Barret. Bye. But he's dressed in the suit and everything. It's not in prison.
He's dressed like he is from the band.
Yeah.
No, he runs away when the dog bites the helium tank and blows up. He's one of the people that runs away. So it's like, and then it shows Dicky just going, ah!
I was just trying to get home from work.
I played Panicky Idiot number 2 on the Poseidon Adventure. So while in Italy in 1993, old Fiddleman, Glitterman the Fiddleman, got stabbed in the chest by an Albanian bootlegger.
Oh! What more would the Albanians try and take from us?
Was he bootlegging Bosstones albums or T-shirts or like?
Well, I was like,
Pooch?
I tried to actually go. Someone must have written something about this. Nah, that's it. That's
Nothing.
all the info there is in the world.
That is an insane.
Do you reckon every
thing
time they
to
play
have
the song
no other
now,
information about?
No.
every time they play the song now,
interview?
the lyrics go, "Have you ever been close to tragedy?" And he's sitting there like, "Yes."
Real close.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
like,
Yeah,
man, I got stabbed while I was on holiday with my family.
Any do or die moments? Well, there is
Someone
that
hits-
time that I fucking confronted a dude for selling a rip-off Boston shirt and stabbed me.
What? How do we know that the guy's one? How do we know that he's Albanian? 2, how do we know that he's a bootlegger? But no other information.
No
about
other
this
information.
guy?
So much specific information, yet nothing.
Like if you get stabbed by someone, either you know nothing about them or you know everything and there's a court case pending.
Maybe he fell. Maybe he accidentally stabbed himself, and it's a really embarrassing story. Like maybe he's like trying to take a piss and sharpen a knife at the same time, and then slipped and stabbed himself and pissed all over himself, and doesn't want to tell anyone that
I'm so
story.
embarrassed and hurt.
It's like, what happened? Bootlegger.
Yeah.
What do you look like?
And then he's trying to think, what's a race of guy that I can say that people won't get mad at? He's like,
No one even knows
Czech,
where Albania
no,
is.
Greek, no, Albanian. It was an Albanian guy.
Albanian bootlegger. It turns out he took a night off bootlegging and took up stabbing, and I was around. He got me.
It's in the wrong place at the wrong time.
I was in Albania. That's
Yeah.
how I know.
How'd you get there? Doesn't matter.
Albanians
matter,
play
just
a lot of
leave-
chess,
just
right? Is that an
look.
Albanian thing? They play a lot of chess?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're big chess heads over there.
Yeah, they love it.
Chess,
They're that giant
bootlegging,
chess.
and stabbing F-list celebrities.
Just classic Albanian stuff, you know.
Fucking elbows at it again.
What are you up to today? Oh, I'm going to sell some CDs that I've burnt illegally, and I'm just going to have a look around. There's any F-list celebrities, and give them a good
He
stab.
probably was selling the dude's CD who he stabbed, you know?
Yeah.
Sell the guy's CD and
Maybe,
then
yeah, that's
stab
his
the dude
big-
who played on it.
Hang on.
Out.
Is that
He's
the
like-
bass player from the Mighty Mighty Boston?
He's like, oh, I got a whole suitcase full of Bosstones CDs. He's going to be under me. Go and stab him.
Or he misinterpreted
He's onto us.
he misinterpreted the nickname. He was like, that guy fucks kids. I heard him say it. He thought he was doing a community service. But he's just brought the good name of Albania.
Is that Adolf Fiddleman?
Tim Johnny Vegas Burton, who was
I love the shout out to Johnny Vegas in that.
There you go. There it is.
Incredible.
He is the other only original member in it, other than the dancer and Dicky. He now works as a radio operator for the Coast Guard.
Fuck yeah.
Do you reckon he does it via saxophone?
Mm.
Like if someone
very
calls
cute,
in,
like, where are they
boat's
now
going
for?
down.
Like he plays the Jaws tune if there's a shark.
Yeah, if everything's all good, he plays the tune of this song. He's like, yeah, and then as soon as there's a problem, it's like, burn up, burn up.
It's like, Johnny, you've got to use the proper code. You know, like you
Tell
can't
us,
just...
Johnny.
Yeah. What does that mean? What does that mean? There's protocol, Johnny.
Just
for
tell us
fuck's
what's
sake.
going on, man.
He's just fucking pulling the sax solo at the fucking
so
radio
funny,
thing.
man.
Yeah.
People on the beach just like, stop making us guess. The lady's
In the water,
holding her
out the
dying
water, where am I
child.
going?
There's like people having sex on the beach, and he's like,
yeah. Yeah, the theme from Baker Street.
It was produced by Sean Slade and Paul Q. Calderi. And I think the song sounds sick.
Yeah.
I don't have an issue with the production on it at all.
I don't know too many ska bands, but it's like the exact sound that ska should have.
Yeah. I don't know. I it would be weird if anyone had an opinion on the producer, surely.
Yeah.
If you're like, I've been out for that cunt, man.
Yeah.
First the Voodoo Glow Skulls, then Less Than Jake, and now this.
Yes. That's, yeah. He's knocking him out. Tell me about the video, Bevo.
I will. Dan Southern.
Here's
the video facts from A to Z, and they're coming at you straight from Ryan B. It's a terrible song, and I know you agree. It's the music video summary
With Bevo.
there you go.
Thanks. I was going to ask for a horn stab, so well done.
Horn.
Done.
Give me a horn stab.
Okay, music video summary. The band performs their song in front of a large white backdrop, which is a metaphor for their target audience.
Yep. Good call.
Fucking hell.
Now, yeah, I mean, there's the video. It does what it does. There's that whole bit where they the people in the background like jump in and out of their mouths because they figured out they could do that effect for some reason on the day.
I think I've
edited
that,
videos before, and I can kind of pinpoint the point where they've run out of like the concept footage, and now they just need to fill the rest of the song with shit.
Yeah, yeah, that was that bit.
Yeah, it's like a picture of a dog like jumping out of a plane. The Hindenburg disaster. They're just
Poor
like,
alien.
fucking, this is a good song.
An alien.
Just Dicky in a different hat. Whoa!
Hat change time. All right.
How's this? Speaking of white people, so I loved reggae, like ska when I was like in high school, and then when I was like 21, when I moved to Melbourne, and all like the dudes that I was hanging out with were into like house and techno and stuff, and I really respected them and thought they were cool. And I remember this one guy, I said to him, I love ska, I love all this stuff, and he dismissed it. He just said, "Oh, ska, that's just white boys playing fast reggae." And when I tell you, like, I've never been so fucking humiliated and just like so hurt
He's not
for
wrong.
liking a genre of music. Like, I mean, the fact that was almost 10 years ago, and I remember it to this day because I respected the guy so much. And with one sentence, he just dismissed
Crusher.
this whole genre of music that
Here's
I love.
a YouTube comment that's related to that. Someone once described ska as the music that plays in a 12-year-old's head when mum brings home pizza.
That rocks.
That is pretty good.
Yeah, that's sick.
I've got a fucking heaps funny one. It's by Jack Griffin a year ago. It says, "This was a good friend's favourite song. I never understood why. He's gone now. I hope I can listen to it again with him in the afterlife."
Oh,
Okay.
See, funny.
so they still don't like the song, but they're just like, my mate died and he liked this. So
He liked it. I guess I'll fucking listen to it with him when I'm dead.
it is actually now that I listen to the lyrics, it is pretty archetypal white experience, isn't it? It's just like, you heard of bad stuff? Heard it happens to some people. Never happened to me though. Fuck.
I've no idea.
I get
Could
the
you-
impression
could
it's
you
pretty bad
believe
to
it?
have bad stuff happen to you.
Yeah.
That's the impression I get.
Yeah.
Here's another one I
saw
like here, the
There's
comment.
some people that had some bad stuff happen to them. They were crying a lot. So
I just left the house. Don't
Yeah,
get
I
that in my life.
I just excused myself and walked away.
Yeah.
Another comment I wanted to read out here from Louis Ramirez. This song makes me want to get dropped off at the mall at noon with only $5.
Yep.
I can relate to
Nice.
Again,
Ramirez. See, he understands pain with a name
Rami
like that.
knows.
Yeah.
Do you have a Bosstones set list?
that. I sure do.
All right.
Okay, so we got December 29th, 2019.
Ooh.
House of Blues, Boston, Massachusetts. Hometown Throwdown 22 tour.
That's the one. Hometown Throwdown. Those are the shows that I was
I
talking
think Aiden's
about.
going to be all over this. He's
Yeah.
probably already memorized the fucking set list.
It's a 25-song set. 4 of those songs are the encore. The impression that I get is in the set, but I wanted to read a little note here. With Mike McColgan and also with the horn section from Big D and the Kids Table, preceded by band introductions.
Yeah, I know that. I know that bit. When do they play this? Like 6.
Oh, early.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. Surely if people are going to see them, the impression that I get, like, because they've got such a big back catalogue, I don't reckon in the fans' minds it's as big of a song as it would be to like people who just know that song.
That's what
so
I'm
I reckon
thinking.
it's just somewhere in, like, you know, like 11 or 12 or something.
Okay. Dan?
I would normally say second last, but I feel the same thing that it's like probably for them the hit that blew up that most people know them by, and the people at the concert are more than just the one hit wonder fans. So they're probably knocking it out. I'm going to go 7th.
Play it 21st, the last song before the encore.
Second last!
No, I mean, there's 4 songs in the encore. No. It's
you idiot.
5th last.
Oh, you must feel like a real fucking dickhead.
An absolute Burke.
I feel like an ugly, fat, stupid fuckhead.
So you feel like Dicky Barret. Oh, cop that. Yeah.
Yeah, take that. All right, you always go with second last.
I'm just going to stick to it from now on.
Yeah, you
Second
should.
last was the song Pirate Ship.
Never heard
Well,
it.
it's
And the
It was
last
the last
song,
song before
I think it's
the
an actual
encore.
pirate ship that comes on stage.
the last song is titled A Pretty Sad Excuse, and in the brackets it says, with some of the crew on stage, which
Oh, that's
implies to me
nice.
that they start packing
What's
up
the-
before
what's
they
the
finish.
encore?
as
Can you
well.
tell me what the 4 songs are in the encore?
Yeah, we got This Time of Year, A Little Bit Ugly, Pirate Ship, and A Pretty Sad Excuse. With
These
some of the
are,
crew
man,
on
because
stage.
they had a hiatus for like 3 or 4 years in the 2000s, and
Yeah.
I listened to everything before that and nothing after
Nothing
it.
after,
And there's like
yeah.
3 or 4 albums after it.
I've
I
got
don't
so many
know.
bands
Do you
like
recognise
that.
any of those
Didn't
songs?
think.
No, I didn't. Any of those encores? No, I didn't recognize any.
Okay.
They're not.
I'm
They're
on
not.
Spotify.
They're not real. They're not the real Boston.
Like I said, I think the idea of having the crew on stage during the last song is because they're packing up before they finish.
just want to get out
Yeah,
of here early.
But the Bosstones doesn't do roadie shit anymore. His back's all fucked.
He's having
So
a nice bath.
get everyone on.
Okay, so a little bit of legacy here. The track reached number 1 on the US Billboard Modern Rock Tracks chart. Number 23 on the Billboard Hot 100 Airplay chart. It also charted highly in Australia, Canada, and the United Kingdom. Now, I can't find the net worth for anybody in this band except Dicky Barret.
Yeah, right.
So, we're just going to guess Dicky Barrett's net worth. What do you think Dicky Barret is worth in 2021, Aiden?
Oh, 5 mil.
All right. Bevo?
I'm going to say 10 mil.
Jesus fucking Christ. Okay.
Is he one
guessing it's
of the
not 10
writers
mil.
of this song?
Yep. Him and the
Uh,
fiddle, the kitty fiddler, bass fiddler.
I'm going to say 20 million.
No, he's worth
No, I
3
reckon he's-
million. It's worth 3
Yeah,
million.
3 million.
Yeah.
Yeah, oath, man.
Ah.
Song gets you.
Yeah. No perfume. He doesn't have a signature perfume.
Doesn't
Southern.
have a... Yeah,
That's where he's gone wrong.
See, Southern, his
Sent to
thing
Dicky.
is he always blows out their money by a lot because he thinks that they might have got into the perfume market where all the
fragrance.
real money is.
As Zab would say,
Yeah.
a new fragrance.
yeah. Zav does the best ads for the fragrances, but he's dead. So,
Impressions, a new
Yeah.
fragrance.
That's good.
that is a good one.
Impressions by Dicky.
Dick impressions.
That's a really good name for a fragrance.
Dick
It is.
I don't care who
impressions.
you are. That's great.
Impressions by Dicky.
There must
imagine
be
the box
there must
art
be
for
a
Dick
fragrance
impressions.
Aiden's
named
writing that
Impressions
down. He's
already.
like, wait, I'm thinking of getting into the fragrance game. Someone must have impressions.
I'm
You
just
got anything?
imagining the box cover for Dick Impressions, and it's just like a sand, like a beach.
Cock and balls?
I looked up. No, there's not. What is an impression fragrance? Oh no, it's like a type of fragrance.
Remember,
I was like, that's such a good name for a
that should
fragrance.
be,
Surely
I know,
there is one already.
100%. Yeah. Someone will do it. We'll get fucked. We won't get a cent of
how
that.
many people do you know want to smell like a fucking ska band? All of them.
Yeah, it's everyone.
Yeah, they're all at the concert already.
Yeah.
Your checkerboard Vans out and your
Yeah,
impressions
that's right.
sent.
Your belt, the checkerboard belt as well. You could have that.
Fedora.
I had that one.
Oh, the
okay.
fedora, absolutely.
Fedora,
And your
for sure.
suspenders.
Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Let's rate this shit.
Motherfuckers, this is it. Now it's time to rate this shit.
Now, what do we rate it out of? We're going to rate it out of something. Tragedy? Should we rate it out of tragedy?
Yeah.
Okay. 10 is you did witness the children beat to death in front of you. You were so close to it that happened. That's a 10. That's so bad, they're dead. All right? So 10 is the worst. If you hate it, you want
And
to
also
die.
there were some audio issues with Schindler's List afterwards. So
you,
bit annoying
and you
as
want to
well.
die.
Yeah.
A 1, you absolutely love it. You need to listen to it at least a few times a week. What do you give this out of 10, Southern?
No major problems with this song, but I have to say I don't like love it. It's a 4. It's a Crazy Frog 4.
Crazy Frog 4, ring a ding ding. All right.
Yeah, it's fine.
Jesus,
This would
okay.
make a good Crazy Frog version, actually, wouldn't it?
That would be a good Crazy Frog version.
bang, 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 bang.
Bam, bam. What do you...
bam, bam. Ding, ding, ding. Ding, ding, ring,
Ring a ding ding.
Ding, 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 ding,
Oh my
ding, ding,
God.
Bam!
What do you give it? What do you give it out of 10, Bevo? If you can keep it together.
He's loving the idea that the Crazy
He just
Frog
enjoys
is
the crazy.
ding,
He enjoys
ding,
the Crazy
ding.
Frog so much. That guy.
Ring a ding, 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 ring a ding, ding.
Baba Dede.
It's a banger. It's a 2. It's great.
Yes.
Yeah. All right. Yep. Aiden, what do you give it, mate?
I skip it now when I listen to if I'm listening to the album, but it did get me into the Bosstones, which was something that was really important to me. But I don't know. A 4.
Crazy Frog 4.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not the best one.
Yeah, definitely not. Not even in the top 10.
I fucking love this song. I fucking love it. And I forgot how much I enjoyed it until I got to listen to it again after Aiden brought it up and said, let's do that. And I was like, it's fucking dumb enough to do, but I love it. It's a 0
Yeah.
for me.
A hell of a chorus, eh?
And I just got to tell you guys, like, if you like this song, listen to the album Let's Face It.
I've got
it's
the
such-
album. I've got
it's
that
such
album.
a good album.
It's
Also,
fucking ridiculously good.
Question
I saw
the
them play on
Answers
the
is great.
the Warp Tour when they came out.
Yeah. Oh,
99,
really?
I think 99 Warp Tour.
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Yeah, I saw him on that at Milton. They played in
That's
Milton.
so sick.
Milton Showground.
Yeah.
Yep.
Fuck.
The
Yeah,
only
no,
one-
I've
the
never
only other
seen them live,
Bosstones
man.
song that I know is their cover of Kiss's Detroit Rock City. Have you heard that before?
No.
And I'm pretty sure it starts out with a phone call from Kiss saying, yeah, you guys aren't going to make the album of Kiss covers that we're putting out. That's like the phone call.
Oh, that's so
I
sick.
think that's that one, but yeah.
Fuck,
good.
that's awesome.
Oh, that's good. That's good. All right. Now, thanks so much for doing this, Aiden. Like, really appreciate it.
Not at all, man.
we've
Thank
got-
you so much for having me, man.
we
And
gotta
giving
do
me
it again.
something to do.
We've got to do it again.
Yeah, 100.
Where can people see you, listen to you, get more of you when there isn't a global pandemic going on?
Yeah, like, where can people find you? What's your home address?
My home address is Unit 2, 15 Luscombe Street, Brunswick, 3056.
Please come over.
Genuinely, I'll tell you my. At the moment, I'm doing every weekend. I put a desk out the end of my driveway with a sign that says "Comedian will tell jokes for free," and you can come past and I'll tell you a joke. That's legit, and that is my real address that I just gave out. So if Melbourne's still in lockdown when this comes out, come through on a Saturday like lunchtime, and I'll fucking tell you a joke.
What's your traffic? Do you get a lot of traffic?
I get a bit, yeah. Well, I'm just off Lygon Street, so it's like there is a bit of foot traffic.
Yeah.
Start charging.
Really. Outside of like an actually insane thing, the regular stuff that I do is Aiden Jones Comedy on Instagram, AidenJonesComedy.com. And like my special's going to come out soon. I'm supposed to be filming it as soon as lockdown ends. I'm filming my special, and it's about. I'm half Colombian. My mum was backpacking when she was 22, came home, found out she was pregnant. That's me. And I met my biological dad when I was 28. I've written a show about it. I've like toured the show around the world for the last 3 years, and I'm recording it as my first hour-length special.
Where are you doing it?
At Stupid Old Studios in Brunswick.
Oh, hectic.
Auntie Donna.
Yeah.
Studios. Holy crap, that's freaking awesome.
Yeah, man.
Fuck, I hope, God damn it, I wish like we could leave the goddamn state and come and watch that.
That would be sick. I wish you could too. Where are you guys based at?
We're like the south coast of New South Wales.
What, is that Newcastle?
No, Wollongong. And south.
I'll fucking hit you up when I'm down there, man, because the Comedy Store do runs down there sometimes.
100%. Let us know.
Yeah. Fucking oath.
Yeah.
That'd be sick.
All right. Rad. Thanks again, man. Really appreciate you doing
special.
it.
Yeah,
Thank you guys for having us, man.
Yeah. All right. Everyone else, get fucked.
Yeah. Thanks for being on the show, Aiden. But
only if you
for
want
everyone
to.
that wasn't on the show, fuck off. Fuck right off. Get fucked in your fucking dick holes. Get fucked in your dick holes.
Yeah, you cowards.
Hey, you. Yeah, you. No, not that guy. You, idiot. Need a favour. Do you reckon you could, subscribe, follow, and review 1001 Songs That Make You Want to Die wherever you get your podcasts? That'd be really good. Just, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, wherever you get your podcasts, just do it there. And if you don't, then we'll have to assume that you hate orphans. Which would be terrible. But, obviously you don't. So just leave us a review. All right, do the right thing. Give back for once. You idiot.